Everybody, welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is our live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us here for today will be Alex Smart with us, Jay Briggs, Damian Sosh, Millz Young. We got Ninos, and it is Shane Mickle. And here's how they will line up for this evening. We've got Smart, Sosh, Mickle, Young, Briggs, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right. We got some NBA on the board here for tonight, big NHL card. And of course, lots of college basketball, late night college basketball. We're starting to see those 11 p.m. Eastern time games, the ones I like. So we got a lot going on here from WCC, as well as some of the major conference, AAC as well. So let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim. Great numbers here in college hoops for today. Let's bring Alex in right now. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, how you doing? We're going to go with some hockey, though, tonight, and we're going to go with the total on the Toronto Maple Leafs and Seattle Kraken. Seattle Kraken, I like that name. They've really come a long way since last year. You know, They didn't follow Vegas in an upswing right away, but you know what? They're playing some decent hockey. There is a problem with them, and the problem, it looks like, is their defense and goaltending. Goaltending is not good. When they go against the Toronto team that's really been lighting it up of late, the Leafs have seen, actually, there's been a lot of back and forth hockey with the Leafs lately, and there's been at least 8 goals scored in Toronto's last 7 games. They went through the 7 goals, and you know it's really a funny situation because you know Toronto's a good offensive team. They're going against a Kraken side that ranks 30 NHL in defensive pressure, we'll say, allowing 3.43 goals per game. That's not a good number for a team that's actually playing decent overall. So, yeah, you know, just a heads up then for everybody as we get into the second half of the season. I'm looking for Seattle to take a big nosedive here as we get later in the season, unlike, like New Jersey has actually of late. Toronto is allowing 3.86 goals per game over the last 7 contests also. So, like I said, a lot of high-scoring games. 7 games in a row, at least 8 goals scored. It's set up again tonight for the Leafs to do some damage against this Kraken, really wobbly Kraken defense, and for Seattle to do some decent work here too, and in chase mode and get us over the total. That's what I'm looking at, an over bet.
All right, we got Alex here take Leafs and Kraken over the total here for 6.5 goals, and yeah, I'm kind of with you there too. It's just I just feel that's the way the hockey is going in the Western Conference. Some of these teams aren't really looking as good as their record indicates, you know, like the Kings and even we've seen issues some with the Flames and Oilers at times. But I just think there's a big discrepancy between the overall skill level and consistency between the Eastern and Western Conference.
Yeah, you know, it's been like that for a while now. You know, there's always been that one discrepancy where the West was dominating and then the East was dominating. The East is well, to me anyway. I look at the East as the dominant force now, but. Yeah. You know, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you, it's funny how it swings around like that. The whole conference too. That's what's the most interesting. So, I remember there was a time when you look at Anaheim and you look at
San Jose.
Yeah,
Kings, back in the day with the Kings when Sutter was there. Yeah,
even the Kings. Yeah, absolutely. even before, even after Gretzky left. Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at. Boy, you can tell how old I am. Starting to talk about Gretzky. Anyway.
That's right. We got Leafs and Kraken over 6.5. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time over on NHL Center Ice channel. Yeah, Alex, I'll let everybody know what you have gone over at Pick Dogs. As we've said, really good start here of the college basketball season. Nearly 1,400 units of profit. Got through the non-conference. Now we got numbers. Now we got the conference games going on now. So it's going to be a really good time in college hoops here for the next couple of months as these teams are trying to jockey in position, get their names mentioned for the sweets for the March Madness coming up. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, we got a 3-pack tonight of college basketball. We've got one game I isolated from the NBA. Didn't really like a lot of action from the NBA tonight, but I am isolating one situation that I feel like we have value with. And Skipped on the NHL tonight overall, other than this free play for everybody. And we'll be back looking at the NHL again tomorrow and this weekend. And of course, more NBA, more college basketball. And I will be putting up. I'm waiting for a certain line here, so everybody be patient with my my college football selection for the national championship game.
All right, well, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time to get on board there. But I know you're early with those plays to get that number. I know that.
Yeah, I like lines. Yeah, absolutely.
Get up there with the Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great numbers here: 1,377 units of profit here in college hoops. So a great profit this year in the NBA, NHL, college football as well. What a college football season for Alex! Nearly 1,700 units of profit. Yeah, you better keep an eye on that college football pick there. The way Alex is running here, showing great profit this year, last 30 days, last 24 hours. Up there here with a 3-pack here from college basketball, with a small school 3-pack up there. Looking there at these numbers. Also, 2 NBA Sharp late Steam play up there from Alex. So get on board here. Or if you prefer, get the longer term pass. You get that 7-day all sports pass. Get all of Alex's premium plays here for 7 days. Includes all his plays here from the NFL. This will take you to the AFC. This will take you through Saturday, Sunday's action from the NFL, the college football championship game with that 7-day all sports pass, as well as all his NBA, NHL, and college hoops action. And of course, you can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
And everybody, be careful with the NFL this weekend. You know how this weekend usually goes. So pay attention. Some dogs, folks. Okay, take care.
Keep an eye on the living. There was one smart guy who told me, always take the living over the dead. Right. That's what I used to do back in the day.
Boy, I like it a lot. Take care, Tony.
All right, Alex.
Yeah, thanks.
See you later. All right, Alex Smart here on the drive through. All right, we'll continue here on the drive. Let's go ahead and welcome in Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing great work up there. Let's bring in Damian Sosh right now. I think we're ready to roll with Damian. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight on TNT tonight. We got the Nuggets here hosting the Clippers. The Nuggets are the favorite team now, up to 6, total 229.
Yeah, the Clippers, they're really in a kind of a rough part of their schedule right now. Now, granted, the last time they played was Monday, but just take a look back here. They recently just played 5 straight in the road, mainly on the East Coast. Then they come home for 1 game against the Heat. Now they're back on the road tonight in Denver, and they play tomorrow night in Minnesota. So it's really kind of a tough schedule. Making matters worse, Kawhi Leonard, he missed the last game. He was out with an illness. Paul George is a game-time decision for this game. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. Now, Leonard is expected to play, but you got to just wonder how healthy he is. He's getting over his sickness, so how long can he go? It's the thin air of Denver. So you just kind of, that question's in your mind, Paul George, game time decision, as I mentioned. But even if he does play, I do like the Nuggets in this game. Clippers play good defense. They do rank number 3 in the league, but they just have the 27th rated offense. And the Nuggets are a team, they certainly can score. They have the number 2 rated offense. And even though the Nuggets themselves are coming into this game off a loss against the Timberwolves, they are playing well. They have won 8 of 10. They're tied for the best record in the West with the Grizzlies. They're 14-3 at home this season. Jokic is putting up MVP-type numbers yet again this year. And they're about as healthy as they have been all season. They beat the Clippers by 10 earlier this year. Their last 11 games, the Nuggets are 7-4 against the spread against the Clippers, and I like them to improve on that mark after tonight. So lay the points with Denver at home in this one.
All right, we got Damian here, going to go here with the Nuggets here, laying the 6 in this one. Yeah, the latest here on Paul George here in this one is that he does have a hamstring issue. He will travel with the team, and he's listed as questionable here for Thursday. And he did indicate after Monday's game that he was dealing with some hamstring discomfort, the same one that cost him 7 games earlier this season. So it looks like it's a recurrence of a problem that he's had in the past, but they will take every precaution. So keep an eye here in warm-ups here for Paul George as he's dealing there. And I do believe this is a front end of a back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken here. So that's one of those kind of situations where you probably lean with sitting tonight, and if he's going to go, he'd go tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think playing in Denver, probably a better chance. Timberwolves, I mean, they're no slouch of a team either, but I think they're probably maybe a better chance of beating the Timberwolves. Maybe even don't give Kawhi as much of a run if they're looking at playing him tomorrow night as well. But yeah, hamstring is a tough one. I mean, it can feel perfectly fine and then you get out there and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and that's definitely a tricky injury for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, we got Dame here. Nuggets laid the 6 against the Clippers. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. TNT. The NFL, no more NFL on Thursday night, so TNT is going to come back on Thursday nights on TNT with Charles and the gang. All right, Damien, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, we got NBA here on the board. 4-game card on the board as well as lots of college hoops now. And the NHL has a good card as well, showing good profit over the last 7 days. Is Damon over at Pick Dodge. Fully documented, off to having a good season in the NBA. Also, finishing up a great season in college football. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I've got 3 over there for sale today. You can get them all in my Hoops 3-pack. One NBA play at the big game with the Celtics and the Mavericks. That should be a great one. And then 2 college basketball plays. And I got my college hoops bailout. That's going to keep me up late. It won't keep you up late, Tony, but it'll keep me up late watching between Washington and Arizona. So that game's just for $15. Once that hits, hook yourself up with the long-term plan, a long-term package now. The 7-day plan will get you the national title game. I'm on a really good bowl run, 16-6 this bowl season, looking to cap it off with a nice winner here in the national title game. So, check me out, guys. Hook yourself up with the long-term plan now.
That's right. Get on board here with the Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs. From great results here last 7 days. Again, as we said, showing great profit here in college football this year, as well as the NBA. He's got that Hoops 3-pack up there as his featured play. A 3-pack, formerly priced there at $40. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guaranteed. Also in here with that Hoops bailout, that's that $15 premium play. Late night winner. So you got plenty of time to get on board with this one here with Damon. Of course, again, also credit guarantee on that $15 price point. A lot of individual plays up there as well. But again, you can go longer term with Damon if you like. Try him out with that 7-day all sports pass. Get all Damon's plays for 7 days. You got your NFL here on Saturday and Sunday. College football championship game on Monday. All your NBA, NHL, and college basketball within that 7 days. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, right? Damon, as always, great having the show. Keep up your great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. Have a great weekend.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive too. Guys, we're getting a lot of people signing in here. If you miss any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Say hi, look into the chat, get some good contributions. Robert in the chat room. We got the rapper in there. It's rapper Capper, Rucker Rogers. A lot of guys in there with some good content. Let's continue on here on the drive through. It looks like up next will be Shane and Mickle, another late night game. We've got another 11 p.m. Eastern for you guys, so get some coffee in you. All right, we're going to bring in Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Does great work up there. I think we're ready to roll here. It's not so bad for Shane. He's in the Central Time Zone, so don't worry about that. Unless you're Damon or even Alex Smart, he's in that 4 hour. He's 4 hours from the West Coast. I think they call it that Atlantic time out there in the eastern end of Canada. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring in Shane Mickle in right now. I might have gotten lost here. Let me find. See here, I was talking too much and concentration here on my board here. So we'll get Shane in right. Here we go. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Late night, but this will be a good one to stay up for. San Francisco here to host Gonzaga in WCC play. These teams compete a lot, know each other. Gonzaga here laid 9.5 total, 157.
Yeah, there's no doubt that this Gonzaga team this year is not as good as years past. But that might also be they might be just fine. It might be a contribution of how many good teams they played in non-conference. Last few years they played they played a pretty easy non-conference schedule. Ran right through it, and of course they've got tested this year, which will hopefully make them better, in the NCAA tournament. But this is still a team that should have no issues in the WCC. This is a team that's averaging over 100 or over 82 points a game. In their last game against Pepperdine, they put up 111. And the San Francisco Dons team, although they might be one of the top teams in this conference, I think they're worse than they were last year. It's a team that just gave up 80 points to San Diego. They struggled losing 2 in a row in this game, and if they're giving up 80 points to San Diego, that's not San Diego State. That's San Diego. There has to be some concerns about what they're going to do in this game. Gonzaga is coming off that game where they scored 111 points. Now they might not score 111 points like they did in the last game, but I think Gonzaga is close to 100 in this game, and there's way too many points for San Francisco to keep up in. I'm going to take Gonzaga laying the points.
All right, we got Shane here laying the 9.5 here with the Gonzaga against San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco's had some struggles here losing at home. UT Arlington was the one that really scratched my head because I didn't consider that UT Arlington to be much of a threat. Although they're more defensive style team, UT Arlington, they slow you down. But the San Diego one was a little surprised because I expected more from San Diego. Of course, Steve Lavin getting in there, but they really haven't looked that good. Lavin may need some time. I still kind of wonder why he took that job. It's not really high profile out here on the West Coast. What are you going to, you're not going to get transfers over there. I mean, I don't get it. It's just, that to me was a kind of a head scratcher. But anyway, maybe he got bored of doing the Fox, doing the announcer stuff. Maybe he got tired of that. You never know. But anyway, maybe
there was worse places to live. There's worse places to live than San Diego to coach, so maybe that's right. Maybe that's it.
That might be the case. Maybe it's a stepping stone to somewhere. We'll see what it is. But anyway, one thing to note here, Gonzaga kind of wins their opener, but the defense wasn't so hot, giving up over 52%. See, that's the thing you got to worry about if it gets into one of those track meet type of games where, Gonzaga knows they could just outscore San Francisco. You're not worried about that backdoor in this one?
No, I mean, they kind of had that, like you said in the last game with Pepperdine, but they were just, their offense was so inferior to Pepperdine. I guess they are going to going on San Francisco road game. It's going to be a hostile environment. Every one of these teams when they play in the West Coast Conference against Gonzaga, it is the biggest game of their schedule.
And they're small gyms too.
Championship game. Yeah, small gyms are going to be right on top of you, but. I still see this game at least 15 points. So I think there is some wiggle room. I was surprised that this line was under 10, honestly. But yeah, I think there's a little wiggle room there. I don't think they're as impressive as they were against Pepperdine, in terms of their offense. But I think the San Francisco team really hasn't shown that they can keep up in a 90-point game this year. So I think they lose by at least 10.
And if you're Gonzaga, you're trying to actually at this point you're trying to work for seeding. To try to get that, isn't the top 4 is where they place you closer to home, right? That top 4, being the top 16, I think is a spot you want to be in because, and in the tournament you'll get favorable locations in the tournament. I think they take care of the top 4 seats, right?
Yeah, definitely. And with playing a tougher schedule, you think that might help them. But Gonzaga really doesn't have a reason to play a tougher schedule in non-conference because they know if they run through the WCC. With their name recognition, they're going to get the 1 seed. And now that they have those 3 losses on their record, if they have 1 or 2 slip-ups in the WCC, that you're talking a 2, maybe a 3, probably not a 3, but at least a 2 seed then, just because of the strength of schedule. So there is no nights off for this Gonzaga team this year for sure.
Yeah,
they want that number 1 seed.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for anywhere between the 1 and a 4 to get the favorable seeding out west. They don't want their fans having to fly out east, and that's usually when you're a 5 seed, 6, 7, 8 and beyond. They don't give you those favorable seedings. Gonzaga laying 9.5 here against San Francisco. This one to have a start time 11 Eastern time, ESPN2. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring for tonight's action. Of course, we got lots of college hoops up there. Great results here from Shane in college basketball. 1,030 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog Spring. Also showing profit, a great profit here in the NHL. Of course, for the year, showing profit last 30 days. Yesterday, a monster day. Good card from NHL, few from the NBA. Good card from college hoops. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've got a few different packages up there tonight. I love the college basketball slate. I have my top 3 college basketball games for $39.99. Or I have a couple sampler packs. One sampler pack has my top 2 college basketball plays and my top NBA play. And then my other one has my top college basketball, top NBA, top NHL for $39.99. But there's no better time to hop on something long-term. My college basketball, my NHL has been strong. My NBA has been coming along after a slow start to the season. So I'm planning to continue that success. So hop on something long-term. Let's make some money together.
That's right. Again, boy, Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. It's got lots of plays up here. College basketball 3-pack up there. $39 credit guarantee. Also with some sampler plays up there. Sampler 3-packs as well. A couple of them up there. Lots of action here from Shane. So get on board. Or if you prefer, go long-term with Shane. The way he's running, you may consider that 1-month all sports pass. Get all of Shane's premium plays for a month. This will get you all of his college hoops for a month. A great 30 days here of college basketball conference action, NBA, NHL, the championship game from college football here. And, of course, you get the first 3 rounds of the NFL playoffs here when you get that 1-month pass, including Week 18. So go for it and use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive through. All right, let's continue our coverage. Guys, reminder, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. All right, up next, let's bring them in right now. We're going over, continue here in the show. Southern California, we've got Millz Young. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Prim, doing fine work up there over the past 30 days as well. And MMA, as you know, has been a solid contributor there with content and winning results. Millz, what's happening?
How you guys doing today? What's going on, Tony?
It's going great, Millz. All right, here we go tonight, NBA, as we have the Grizzlies here on a back-to-back here at the Magic here. The Grizzlies are going to be laying 6.5 here, total 230, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at the players in the game right now, and one player that I'm looking at. Oh, man. Am I on delay a little bit, Tony?
Yeah, but I think you got back okay now. Right now, it's kind of getting spotty back and forth. You know what? Maybe we'll get back. We'll get back to Jay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna be looking at Paulo.
Yeah, I think we got a bad connection. You might.
Let me. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get. We'll get back to.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll get back to Millz here. Well, let's go. We'll go right now to Jay Briggs. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, Jay, you can catch him every day here on the channel with some great content with an NBA Jam session. Hope you guys are tuning into the halftime shows. We'll have them back at halftime for Sunday and the Saturday games as well, right? We got Saturday NFL, so we'll go ahead and bring Jay in right now. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. We're going to the NBA tonight as the Rockets here will be hosting the Jazz. Utah here laying 7, total 232.
Yeah, Tony, I'm grabbing the points with the Rockets in this one. The Jazz have just been letting me down majorly here recently. The Jazz, if you look up, man, they've lost 5 straight basketball games, and they're starting to look like the team that I think a lot of people pegged them to be once they got rid of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. We made a ton of money betting them early this season, but like I said here recently, that just hasn't been the case for this Jazz team. We're going to look at the Rockets as well. They haven't been playing their best basketball either, but in a game like this, man, especially, like I said, the Jazz have lost 5 straight. I'm not looking to lay 7 points with them here in this one. I think the Rockets can keep this one fairly competitive, and I'll grab the plus 7 here with them in this one.
All right, we got Jay looking at the Rockets that take the 7 here against the Utah Jazz. Yeah, the Rockets, they'll cover games if their offense is on. That's really how it is. They've had some issues defensively, like a lot of these young teams have that are near the bottom. And of course, as you mentioned with Utah, it's just been a struggle for them. They've lost 5 straight, but they lose a lot of close games, which means that you look at the roster, who's clutch on this team.
It's supposed to be Markkanen and Clarkson, but those are, in star-wise NBA, those are probably B to C level stars. They're a good team in spots, but right now they're really struggling.
Yeah, been a big struggle here for Utah. Again, the expectations were fairly low for this team coming in after all the moves. People thought this team was positioning themselves for a favorable draft pick, but they had a bit of a success. Now they're around 500, and to be honest with you, we're 40 games. Can you believe we're already 40 games in the NBA? So we only got 44 left, and you see a collapse here for this Jazz team. Do they make mid-30s for wins?
Honestly, Tony, I think we do see a kind of a collapse. They might grab that last play-in spot, but the way they're playing right now, it's not looking good. Like I said, we made a ton of money in them early in the season, but right now, man, they're in the midst of not playing well. Their moneymaker was playing really well at home early in their season, but they haven't even been doing that recently. So I don't know. I don't know if they can make the playoffs, and if anything, I think they're looking at the last play-in spot now.
Yep. All right, we got the Rockets plus 7 against the Jazz. This one to have a start time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, we got lots happening in the NBA. 4 games up there. TNT's back in the dockets on Thursday night. We got lots of college hoops. Some on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. Tonight, Tony, I got 5 plays total. I have my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man. We got that up there for sale tonight. I also have my college hoops best bet, my best bet in the on the hardwood tonight in college hoops. I have a 3-pack in college hoops tonight. My 3 favorite bets in college basketball tonight, and I have another NBA play up there, my NBA play too. You can get those in different packages. I have a college hoops 3-pack, or I have a Thursday night hoops pack, which includes the 2 NBA plays and my college basketball best bet, man. So however y'all want to do that, man, scoop that up all over at Pick Dogs Premium. Best thing to do, though, is hop on something long-term. No, save yourself some money and help me make you some money, man. My offer 3-day, 7-day, weekly, seasonal, yearly, monthly, by sport, however you want to do it, man. Pick that up, Pick Dogs Premium, and let's continue stacking some units to begin the year.
That's right. Stack some units here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great result in the NBA this year as well as the past 24 hours. Come off a great day with Jay. So get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium, as he's got action here tonight here with that $15 NBA Jam session. Get on board with his best bet in the NBA. $15. Of course, that is credit guarantee. Must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site price. That is credit guarantee. Also in action here with a hoops best bet here, a 3-pack as well as from Jay. So get on board. Of course, if you prefer the longer term pass, he does have a 3, 7, or 30 AL sports pass. Get all of his pre and plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. Right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Well, tune in every day here for your NBA Jam session. Of course, I know you shot the NFL show with Mitch and Big Al McMorty here for Week 18.
Yes, sir. We shot the NFL show yesterday for Week 18. This is probably the weirdest week we've seen all year. So, I would check that out if I was y'all. We try to get on the right side of some of those things, help y'all maneuver your way through this week, especially. So check out that video. I think it'll help a lot. Check out my jam session for today after y'all finish the drive-through, and for tomorrow. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all on drive-through tomorrow, and let's continue stacking some units.
Continue stacking units with Jay Briggs. Talk to you tomorrow. Jay, have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. See you tomorrow, Tony.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. Let's continue on. Guys, if you missed any picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's see if we get Millz back in. Maybe change locations. Maybe got a little better signal for us here. He's got a play for us tonight from the NBA. So let's go ahead and bring in Millz Young. Bring him in right now. Millz, what's happening?
How we doing, Tony? We good?
Well, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Indeed. All right, here we go tonight at 7 Eastern time. We got the Magic here hosting the Grizzlies. Grizzlies road favorite, 6.5 total, 230, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man. You got the Magic playing on a back-to-back right now. This is one thing about them, though. The over, I think, is at 230. The team total on the Magic is at 110. Who do you think those points going to come from on the Magic? I got a player for you. We're going with Paulo, over 20.5 points right now. He just got 25 points last game out against the LKC Thunder, and then he went for another 21 points the day before. But this is the thing, man. The last 18 games, he went over 20 points at least 12 times. He's the main scorer on the Magic. He's not a guy who's scared to shoot the ball. He's a guy who has all overall game. He rebounds, too. Yeah, he puts up about 6 or 7 rebounds a game. So the Memphis Grizzlies are just giving up points in a plethora. I mean, anybody could come step on the court and score. I mean, I looked it up, and a guy named Dwayne Washington, I think, from the Phoenix Suns put up like 25 on him. Who? Exactly. So I'm definitely going to be playing Paulo Banchero over 20.5 points. That's my player prop to get you on top.
All right, player top to get you on top. Banchero over 20.5 points here. And you got plus there, plus 105. Yeah, Millz, you're looking here at this Orlando team. They will have Wagner out. Moritz Wagner, guy around the whole Bull is out. He's giving them some offense as well. Wendell Carter does get some points. Harris in there, but again, Banchero's been the guy for this Orlando Magic team. And you mentioned here with Memphis lack of defense. Yeah, it just seems they're on that. You look at the total here, about 230. It's going to tell you here there's going to be a lot of points scored tonight.
It definitely is, and Memphis, this is the thing about it, it's one team that I've been following for the last 2 years, especially for certain plays with the over, you know what I mean? But this is the reason why. It's not just because of their offense, because of their defense. They give up so many points, and it doesn't matter who they're playing against. So, yeah, I get it. The Orlando Magic, I think last game out, they only put up about 100 points, But this is the thing, the Memphis Grizzlies is just a fast-paced team, and they're not defending anything. Dillon Brooks is kind of like a good defender. That's the closest thing that I would consider. Besides that, it's just scorers and shooters on there. So yeah, Bonchero over 20.5. Suggs hasn't showed up. He's not the player that you thought he was going to be. Cole Anthony is hurt. He got benched a while ago. Like you said, the other Wagner kid is nice that they got, but the other one's out. Bobo's out. He's the unicorn that's putting up points. Where are you going to go? To the rookie of the year, bet it now, Paulo Bonchero.
That's right, Paulo Bonchero here, over 20.5 points here at plus 105. This would have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for him. Waiting for UFC to start again next week, but still showing great profit is Millz over the past 7 days. Has been on fire there over at Pick Dogs for him. Tonight, we've got, we got it four on the NBA. Lots of college hoops as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Oh man, I got my NBA winners only play up there. It's only up there for $15. Get your feet wet. I've been doing consistently in the NBA back to back. Record speaks for itself. Starting off a good year. Same thing. So check it out right there. Only got one play that I really like. Put in a player prop too to get you on top in there, and it's not the same one that I gave out. It's one that's been hitting at another rate too. A real high rate that I like. So yeah, you got one play up there to get you paid. Besides that, get that 3-day pass too, because man, I've been getting my feet wet and everything. I got a college bowl game already set up there. I got NFL going down Saturday as well. Not just that's what I got going on the site.
All right, guys, get on board here with Millz Young over at Pick Dogs Premium. 1,979 units of profit to close UFC MMA out. He'll be back again next week with those UFC picks. But again, NBA is showing great profit here. 592 units of profit. College football, 686. Showing great profit here this year, the last 30 days. The last 7 days, 740 units of profit. Guess what? There's been no MMA here for the last 7 days. So this is all from the other U.S. major sports. So get on board here with Millz. NBA winners only. That's his $15 premium play. That is on the board right now. Get it. It is credit guarantee. Must win or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, the longer term passes from Millz. We always talk about that 3-day pass. Get it right now. Covers all of Millz' premium plays for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Of course, we got the NFL on Saturday. We got all your NBA, all your college hoops here for the next 3 days. So get on board. And Millz said he already has the college football championship game up there. So guess what? That's already in the system. So you'll get that too when you get the 3-day All Sports Pass. Even though that game's on Monday, he has it in the system now. You get it because it's in right now. So you get even extra bonus there. So get on board with Millz. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that. 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right. And Millz, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. I see that Yankee cap. We got pitchers and catchers. We're already that time of the year in New York where they're talking baseball. Once we hit the new year.
Man, they're giving out these $350 million contracts left and right. It's like, oh, wait, you want to be signed for 11 years? You're worth it, too. It was like once you got rewarded for that. So, you thought that you were great, the Mookie Betts, and everything like that, but now it's just they're giving them out just to keep players, So, yeah, this baseball season is going to be a little bit of shake-up, not too much, though. I don't think too many big moves were made to shake it up. Besides,
wait till next year. Wait till next year. We are going to see. There's already talk. The Dodgers are not spending this year because they're getting $500,000 ready for Ohtani. That is the word right now in LA.
Oh man. Okay. So they want Ohtani. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Because all the Dodger fans that I work with, they're like, man, we're not doing nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'm just laughing at him. I'm like, oh, wait, you signed this guy. Laughing. You got Jason Hayward, like stuff like that. So, oh, man, but okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're saving their pennies because it's going to cost $500,000 to get to $500 million contract next year for Ohtani when he turns free agent. That's the word. So we'll see. We'll see how that rolls. We'll see how that rolls. All right, Millz, continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, man. See you guys soon. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Just hit that like for us one time.
That's right. Hit that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. Remind you guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Shout out to everyone out there in the chat room. Give me a shout out. Appreciate that, guys. Guys like Bill McDonald. I didn't look at that FIU UAB pick there. I know someone is asking me about that one. I didn't really look at that game. That was kind of off my radar. I haven't played a lot of FIU or UAB, although a friend of mine did. But anyway, I'm sorry, I can't give you that one. Let's see what else we have here in the chat. A lot of good connections, a lot of good content today. Matter of fact, we will get to the recap in a bit. Let's continue on here. It is now time. We got some hockey now from El Ninos, so we'll bring him in right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring him in right now. El Ninos. Think he's ready to roll here? Nope, that's the other L. Let's bring in El Ninos. I think we're ready to roll here with El Ninos. El, what's happening?
Going good. How are you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go on the ice tonight, 7 Eastern time, as we got Blue Jackets here hosting the Capitals. We've got the Capitals laying 235, total 6.5.
Yeah, pretty interesting matchup here. I mean, not maybe not the most interesting matchup. Actually, could be more of a mismatch than a matchup. But you know, definitely one of the bigger line moves of the day too. Capitals opened minus 185 or so, and all the way up to minus 240s. I'm seeing now, and so a lot of money coming in on the Capitals, and I'll have to agree with that. So kind of takes away a little bit from my play. Might have to look more at the puck line than the regulation here, just based off the price that we're getting right now. But I think the Capitals here definitely the right side. They've been dealing with injuries lately, some pretty key injuries. But Ovechkin's been skating and carrying this team, and he's got TJ Oshie back now, and they got some good players still on the ice. Still a couple significant injuries, but not enough to slow them down here against the Blue Jackets, who've been just a mess this season. And so the play earlier was regulation. I'll have to double check what the prices are. Let me see.
Last I saw 135. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I'm seeing it up to minus 155 now. So it depends on how much juice you want to lay. Or, you know, me, myself, personally, I prefer the -1 anyway than over the regulation, which is the way I'm looking at this game, or was looking at this game earlier. Again, if you don't want to lay this much juice, you can just go ahead and go for the plus money and take them -1.5.
All right, we got El Ninos here on the regulation minus 135. Do your shopping. These lines are going to vary, especially with the regulation. Means it's three-way. The three-way, you got to win it. You got to win it in the 60 minutes. That's what you got to do. A tie, you lose. That's how that rolls. But Columbus has just been sort of a dumpster tonight. But they've won. They've lost 12 of 21 at home. This is a team that issues defensively, giving up almost 4 goals a game.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a mess on both sides. I mean, look at that record, 11-23-2. I mean, and they're banged up as well, so that's not going to help them. And it's just been a mess. We've seen them go on a big run a couple seasons ago, but it doesn't look like the same team this season, man. It's nothing pretty to look at on this side, and I just think they're in another tough spot here against a team that's just been playing much better hockey.
All right, we got El Ninos here, Capitals in regulation, minus 135. We got the Blue Jackets. This one have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. Or at El Ninos, let's take a go right Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Showing profit here for the year, last 7 days, yesterday as well. Showing profit in the NHL. Well, tonight we got a big NHL card, 4 from the NBA, as well as lots of college hoops on the board. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Got a couple different 3-packs. Have a 3-pack in the NBA, 3-pack in the NHL. Just 2 plays in college basketball, so no 3-pack there. But this play is definitely one I bet as much as my premiums tonight. So I really like this free play to give out on the show tonight. So there you go, and definitely check out the long-term passes. You won't have to worry about which package to pick up every day. So always your best way to go on the best deal. 2-for-1 capper specials. Definitely pair me up with anyone else you see here. That's an even better way to go.
Indeed. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs. Some good results here in the NHL over the past this year, last 7 days. Yesterday, showing great winning profit. Get on board here with El Ninos. Has a Tuesday a pointer, a 3-pack here from the NBA up on the board, as well as a 3-pack from the NHL. So El Ninos, a lot of these plays are sold individually as well, or you can go ahead with the longer term pass with El. Get his 7-day El Sports Pass. Get all of El Ninos' premium plays there for 7 days. Includes all his NHL and his NFL for Saturday and Sunday, as well as his college hoops. Remember, the college football championship game is here on Monday. It's a good time to get on board there with El Ninos, also known as Michael C. in some of the chat rooms out there on the universe there. El Ninos is always great having you on the show.
Trying to hold myself back there, seeing a couple funny comments in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. He moved a little. Oh, he's not in Miami anymore. So that's he used to be a Miami Al. So. All right, now, Ninos, keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, Tony.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive. So, guys, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Someone was asking me about this FIU. You know, I talked about this game with someone earlier, and I had trouble with FIU because, first off, two of their wins came against non-D1 opponents like Florida National and Florida College, and they have the 357th easiest schedule of any team in college basketball. And when you play that week of a schedule, I'd expect to have better offensive numbers. But when you shoot 29% from three, give up 39% from three, you turn the ball over, you can't rebound, and you have the 357th strength of schedule, it's hard for me to take them. Really hard for me to take FIU. That's all I'm saying there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. Good luck to you, Bill. That was your play. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Let's go ahead and get to my pick here. So we'll go ahead and bring up my game information here. So let's pull it up right now. We've got Houston taking on SMU. Houston a big favorite here. Minus 20. Total sits at 130. You know probably where I'm going with this one. When Houston's at home, this is where I do. I go under. Under 130 here with the Houston Cougars. What a very good defensive team. SMU, 6-8 on the year. They have that good tournament out in Hawaii. Of course, they lose that buzzer beater in the Diamond Head Classic there. And, looking at this one, when you look at the Mustangs in their true road games, they've not shot the ball well, just 37%, 30% from three. They defended well on the road, but at home, the Cougars, they're holding teams at 32% shooting, 49% from three. They're second in the nation defensive efficiency. They force turnovers, secure the basketball. When I say secure the basketball, when you don't turn the ball over, you're not giving up fast break points, and usually the possession, it lengthens the amount of possession time teams have with the basketball. So again, that's why I like these teams that don't turn over the ball and you are looking to play unders. That's one of the reasons why. And of course, as you know, Houston is built on defense. They defend well at home. The Cougars are giving up just 49 points a game. They're just a rock solid defensive team at home. So we'll go here under the total here of 130 in this one here in this game with SMU and Houston. And we'll look here. And actually, I'm getting told here that this game just went over even more numbers. Let's see here. It's 131, 130. Boy, the Sharps are hitting this one over 132.5. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Good luck there. Good luck on that one. But anyway, yep. So you can actually shop and get a better number there. Maybe because I gave it out. That might be the case after that pick I gave yesterday on the show, which is horrible. I had Loyola Chicago, so I think these people were just ready to reverse me after that pick I gave yesterday. Especially when you take a loss. When you took a loss that was really bad last night. Maybe there's some people out there that said, I'm just ready to just go the other way with Tony today. Maybe that was happened there. But anyway, it is. You can find 132s right now up on there. But again, we'll go under here. Just stick with that. Houston, solid defense at home. Again, forget about the road numbers. Forget about, take that out of the equation. Just look what they're doing at home. They're just locking teams down. And that's what we'll go with here tonight in this one. All right, guys, check out my plays tonight over on the board as we've got 4 premium plays. I got a best bet from the NBA, also a 3-pack tonight from College Hoops. Was successful with our 3-pack last night over on the site, so be sure to go ahead and get signed up. Use promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-point capper promotion with me, and you'll get even greater value there. So check it out right there. Let me see if this game is still steaming. 132. Wow, these guys are still moving this one. Wow. All right, this one's going to start pretty soon, guys. So this game will begin here at 7 Eastern Time, ESPN2, the TV game about 10 minutes away. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. And we are going to do the recap. So let's pull up the recap for tonight's show. All right, Alex was on the Leafs Kraken over 6.5. Damian likes the Nuggets laying 6 against the Clippers. Shane was on Gonzaga laying the 9.5 against San Francisco. Millz was on Boncaro over 20.5 points, plus 105 there in their game here against the Grizz. With Jay here on the Rockets, plus the 7 against the Jazz. Al Ninos likes the Capitals in regulation, minus 130 against these Blue Jackets. And, of course, SMU Houston under 130. Of course, you can shop, get the better number. It's now sitting 131.5, 132 in a lot of places as well. So I even see, is that, no, that is 132. I thought I saw 133 for a second. Nope, it's 132. So shop and get the best number. And the one I like the most, let's see the one that I like the most here. That's a good question here because some of these lines have moved since the opener. And let's see here. I was thinking about that Gonzaga game because Gonzaga has motivation. Denver as well. Denver's just been pounding teams at home. As again, we're getting to that point where the lines are kind of creeping up a little bit. Let's see here. Banchero over 20.5. I would say of all the games I like, I think let's go with Banchero over 20.5, especially with Bobo out. We'll go against the Grizzlies, and you also have a total in that game that's 229. So I like that one the most there. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs in Sports Chat Place. We'll give out all the live plays here on the show. And of course, we got James Thrower says his best play is the Kraken money line. James Thrower, who had a good, successful contest today. So we got a play there from James Thrower there right at the buzzer. So check that one out. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Sports Chat Place as well as Pick Dogs. They'll give out the plays live for you here on the show that begin at 7 Eastern time or later. And don't forget all the shows here on the channel. We got Mitch's morning show at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris. You got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. We've got also the Betting Tools show. We also have Jay's NBA rundown. You got Ron Romanelli's college basketball pick show up there. The videos, all these video series. The Puck Dog with Chris and with Rod Zawacki. The NFL show, Big Al. We got Jay. We also had Mitch on that show as well. So lots of great content here on. And of course, don't forget Jovan's parlay video as well. So lots of great content here on the Pick Dogs. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. I'm going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening, and we'll talk.